So I recently had the experience of learning something new that I had to say to myself, how did I not know this? And do other people know this? And it doesn't seem like we as a society know this piece of information that to me seems like it should have been obvious, but I guess we've moved so far from agriculture that we just maybe don't think about it anymore and don't need to think about it. So what am I talking about? Talking about apples. If you've been following my channel, you know that I'm working on creating a small orchard in my home property here, and that got me on this path while I'm reading books about orchards and stuff now, and I wanted to understand better how we get, like, this is a Macintosh apple. It's got a nice acidity, great sweetness. I love the texture of it. So, um, how did this come to be? Well, there's a few different ways it could have happened. One way it definitely won't happen is if I take the seeds from this Macintosh and plant it in the ground, it's not going to grow me a Macintosh tree. I think that's the assumption that we would all make. Now, if you don't know, I've been a beekeeper over the years as well, and so I'm all into pollination and trying to understand that world too. So let me see if I can explain this. Again, I'm just figuring this out now. I'm going to take a bite so I can think about it, because this is one take. I got to get it right because I'm not editing it. Okay, here we go. I think I got a good way to explain it. So, Macintosh apple tree. There's a bud, turns into a flower. That flower contains 50% of the genetic material of that tree. The bees come along, and that flower is destined to become an apple if it can only be pollinated. The bees come along, they've visited other apple trees, and they've got pollen on their legs. We like to call it pollen pants as beekeepers, and they come in to get the nectar. That's what attracts them. Now the pollen that's on their legs mixes with the flower, and now we end up with more genetic material. And now this thing can turn into an apple. And as it grows and turns into fruit, becomes an apple, the seeds that are in it are now a mix of the mother tree and whatever the bee collected nectar from and got pollen from. So it might be another mac tree, probably a crab apple, or something else, whatever was close by. And the thing about apple seeds, I don't know the correct term for it. I've read it, but it didn't stick with me. But they're very they have a lot of genetic material in it, very variable. And so these are like sisters, cousins of the original. So you're not going to get a Macintosh tree. You're going to get something that may be very much more acidic. It might be astringent or something. It's going to be different. It could be better, but chances are probably not. And you got to take your chances on a lot of apples. So that's sort of what's going on with the seeds. And so how do we get these delicious Honeycrisp apples, Ida Reds, Macintosh, Golden Delicious, all these different varieties? Well, either depending on the variety, some of the older varieties were a bit of a selection of people have been planting random apple seeds for years and they're selecting the best ones. And now we're at the point where we understand this and we can actually pollinate ourselves and get all the best characteristics. And when we finally get one, that's great. We cut off a branch and we graft that onto another rootstock or another apple tree. And now that branch will have this one, this Macintosh will grow, anything on that branch will grow Macintosh. And this has been taken to such an extreme in the orcharding book I'm reading, such an extreme that there's a guy up in the northeast of the United States who has over 200 varieties of apples on one tree. It's crazy. I mean, I've seen that like Lowe's and Home Depot. They'll sometimes sell apple trees that have 3 or 4 varietals on them, and that was always surprising to me. Now I'm understanding it better. So I hope you are too. I hope I've explained this well, because it seems like it's something we should all understand. But it really gave me this aha moment, which I love. I love when these come along. It's just like, oh, I never knew that, and I love seeing it in other people and being able to play the part of introducing it to other people. That's like one of my big motivating things. So I hope I did that for you today. I hope you're like, oh, I didn't realize that. Unfortunately, I don't get to see your reaction. So if this is new information to you, let me know. I mean, I'd love to hear about it. If you knew it, let me know. Again, I thought it was brand new for me, but I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Macintosh apple, and then my chickens will enjoy the core, and the cycle of life will continue from there. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.